Hi, this is Reddit Confessions channel. They say that life doesn't fall apart in a single moment. It crumbles slowly, piece by piece, with cracks forming long before you even notice. But I swear, my entire world shattered in one sentence. I stood in the kitchen, trying to make sense of the last few hours. My eyes were fixed on Emily as she stood by the door, adjusting the sleeve of her dress, her lips curved into a soft, almost innocent smile. She was beautiful, like she always was when we used to go out together. But this time, I wasn't the one waiting for her at the dinner table. "I'm going on a date now," she said, casually, like she was announcing that she was heading out for groceries. "Hope you won't be too jealous." At first, I couldn't process it. I stood there blinking, staring at her face for any hint of a joke, some sign that this wasn't real. But there was nothing. No laughter, no hesitation, just a woman who had no idea what she had just said, or maybe she didn't care. She grabbed her purse and looked at herself in the mirror, smoothing her hair, as if she hadn't just ripped the foundation of our marriage apart. A part of me wanted to laugh. I wanted to ask, a date with who? What kind of wife casually says something like that to her husband? But my voice stayed stuck in my throat. My hands gripped the countertop, cold and numb. I finally managed to whisper, my voice shaking, "You're joking, right?" She sighed and turned to me, like I was the one being difficult. "I met someone, okay. I've been seeing him for a while, and I didn't want to lie to you. You always said you respected honesty." Honesty. She said that like it was a badge of honor. She looked at me with those same eyes that once made me believe in our future, and I realized, in that moment, that everything had changed. I wanted to scream, to shake her, to demand an explanation. But I did nothing. I stood there, my body frozen, my heart in pieces, watching her slip into her heels, humming softly like this was just another Saturday night. The woman I had spent years with, loved with all my heart, was walking out on me without a second thought, without any remorse. "You expect me to just sit here while you go out on a date?" My voice shook, the disbelief evident in every word. She shrugged. "I don't see why you'd be upset. It's not like I don't love you. I do, I want something new." Something new. She wanted something new. I thought back to all the nights I stayed up late working so we could afford the vacation she wanted. The birthdays I spent planning surprises just to see her smile. The countless times I held her while she cried over things that didn't make sense to me, but I was there always. Now, she wanted something new. I felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. I couldn't breathe. My hands clenched into fists. I wanted to yell, to destroy everything, but I stayed silent. Just stood there, gripping the edge of the counter, paralyzed by the reality of what she had just said. The truth hit me like a wave. She didn't just cheat. She didn't just want someone else. No, she had been preparing for this, had made a choice months ago. I wasn't enough for her anymore. She wanted something more, something better. And she was telling me this, calmly, as if it was a minor inconvenience. I watched her walk out of the door, her heels clicking against the floor like nails on a chalkboard, each step louder than the last. She didn't hesitate. She didn't look back. And just like that, she was gone. I stood there, gripping the counter until my knuckles turned white. The silence in the house felt suffocating. I wanted to run after her, to scream, to demand an explanation, but I didn't. I stayed frozen, consumed by a storm of emotions I couldn't even name: anger, betrayal, humiliation. Humiliation was the worst. I had given her everything. And now she was walking out, expecting nothing to change. I turned to the phone, my hands shaking as I scrolled through my contacts. There was only one person I could call: Adam. He was my best friend. And if anyone could talk me down from this, it was him. "She left," I said, my voice hoarse, barely more than a whisper. There was a pause. What do you mean she left? Adam asked, confusion evident in his voice. She told me she was going on a date, I explained. She said it like it was nothing, like I should just understand. No way, Adam said. She actually said that. I let out a bitter laugh, like she was telling me what she had for lunch. After a long silence, Adam asked the question that had been circling in my mind, so what now? I knew what I had to do. I could yell, beg, scream for her to stay, but I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to be her backup plan anymore. If she thought she could walk out on me and return without consequences, she was dead wrong. I need your help, I said. Adam didn't hesitate. Name it. I went to work quickly. I grabbed a suitcase and started packing her things. The dresses, the shoes, everything she had bought using our money. I threw it all into the suitcase like it meant nothing because, to me, it didn't. When Adam showed up, his eyes widened at the sight of the mess. You're really doing this? I slammed the suitcase shut with more force than necessary. She doesn't get to treat me like this and expect everything to be the same when she comes back. Adam ran a hand through his hair. Man, I knew she was selfish, but this is another level. I'm done being her safety net, I said firmly. We worked quickly. In the span of 2 hours, the locks were changed, her things were packed, and I was sitting on the couch, drinking a beer, waiting. I didn't call her. I didn't text her. I wanted her to think everything was normal. I wanted her to think she could come back and I would just be here, waiting like a fool. When she came home, she would see how wrong she was. The doorbell rang around 11:30 p.m. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I let her rattle the doorknob, let her bang on the door. And when I finally opened it, I didn't let her in. She looked at me, frustration all over her face. Why is my key not working? Because the locks have been changed, I said calmly. Her eyes widened in disbelief. You changed the locks? I didn't flinch. That's right. She laughed nervously, like I was the one overreacting. Come on, babe. You're overreacting. Let me in. I shook my head. Why should I let you in? She blinked, thrown off by the question. What do you mean, why? I leaned against the doorframe, crossing my arms. You walked out of this house to go on a date with another man. You didn't discuss it. You didn't ask. You just informed me. Like I was some background character in your life. Her face twisted, and for the first time, I saw something flicker across her expression. Doubt. Uncertainty. Your things are packed, I said, pointing to the suitcase behind me. You should take them and go. She looked at the suitcase, then back at me. You're kidding, right? No. I'm done, I said simply. The silence that followed was deafening, but I didn't let it get to me. I had made my decision. She had made hers. The door clicked shut between us, and this time, I knew it was for good. The aftermath: a few weeks passed. Life wasn't perfect, but it was mine again. I didn't feel the crushing weight of betrayal hanging over me anymore. I didn't check her social media or wonder what she was doing. I started focusing on myself, my career, my health, my happiness. I even met someone new, Claire. No, it wasn't a love story for the ages, but it was real. We connected, laughed, and shared something genuine. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't looking over my shoulder waiting for something to go wrong. I was just living. Emily tried to reach out, of course. Texts, calls, nothing new. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. And when I saw her post on social media, the one where she claimed to be the victim, I couldn't help but laugh. She was spinning the narrative, playing the heartbroken woman. But it didn't matter anymore. I was free. The lesson was clear. Sometimes losing someone isn't a loss. It's a win. And walking away was the best decision I ever made.